the latest and the greatest in the world. We can talk about that man, or you can tell me about old girl. Got a secret, hey, don't lay it on me. You need a friend, I'll be your big homie. Let's take a sip and talk it out. Therapy without the couch. On the rocks is what you need. Come toast reality with me, hey. Now tuned in to Rhonda on the Rocks.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode. Excuse me while I get myself back oriented. Welcome back to another episode of Rhonda on the Rocks podcast. Yes, I'm back again. Why? Because I'm committed. But welcome back to another episode. It is Saturday. It is a kind of a lazy Saturday here in Chicago. It is cold once again. Not really sure why we keep going back over this winter play. Like, we've already done it. We know what winter is like. We've experienced the snow, the brutally cold days. It's time for spring to come on in. Spring, if you a punk ass bitch, just say that. But I need you to fight back. Like, come on, give us 60, 65. We had some really nice days. Like last week and the early part of this week. And then it's just gone in the shitter since then. And you know, like when the weather is not nice, that determines my mood. Right? It determines how I feel. It determines what I want to do, if I want to go anywhere, if I want to go outside and be cute. Like, I don't really enjoy going outside being cute when it's blistering cold outside. Like, I don't enjoy that. So I need spring to fight back. Like, we ready. It's mid-March. Today is St. Patrick's Day. People are out drinking. Good for them. I just can't do it in the cold. So I need spring to fight the fuck back. Anyway, how are you? I hope that you guys are doing well. Quick little mental health check. I hope everybody is feeling okay. There's a lot going on in the world around us, y'all. Funky, musty, ugly ass president is putting us in some situations that we didn't ask to be in. And so I hope that you are taking care of yourself, taking care of your mental and all of that good stuff. It's so important for us to make sure that we are taking care of each other and taking care of ourselves, because if we don't take care of ourselves, who's going to? So check on your strong friends, check on your funny friends, check on the people who seem to be doing okay all the time, and make sure that they're good with all of this stuff that's going on in the world. All right. Let's go ahead and go right into the weekend rundown. I can sing for real, y'all, but I'm not giving y'all all I got right now, but I can sing for real. I am trying to decide if I'm going to continue to get my podcast edited with all of the like fun sounds and clips and all of that stuff, because one, it takes a minute for them to be edited. I pay someone to do it, which is not super expensive, but it does take a while. And I'm afraid, knowing me, that if I send it out to be edited, I'm going to be slow about recording the episodes, because my excuse will be, oh, I'm waiting for them to get edited. So I think y'all just gonna get this raw footage, and I'll just sing all of the intros from now on. I think that's a good idea. So we're gonna dive into the weekend rundown. Hallelujah. All right, so today on the weekend rundown, I want to talk about why I love weekends. And the main reason why I love weekends is because I get to be off work. Hard stop. Now, in my current role, I am typically off work. But sometimes there have been instances where I have had to do some work on the weekends. It's not super often. but it does happen pretty regularly. However, not having to get up, kind of getting to do whatever it is that I want to do, is why I love weekends. Growing up, it's so funny. The only weekend day really was Saturday because Sunday was church. Went to church on Sunday. That's what we did. That's who we were as a family. And back then, we went to Sunday school all the way through service. We didn't get out of church till about 2:30, sometimes 3 o'clock, depending on who was preaching. And then my parents would sometimes want to like go visit other churches or go visit their friends and stuff after church. So we didn't have like there was no freedom or playtime or any of that for us growing up on Sundays. It was about church and that was it. And I had adopted that principle for a long time as an adult. Like I did not think of Sunday as a weekend. And I used to be like, looking at people sideways when they were like, "Oh yeah, we're going to brunch," and people who I grew up in church with or who I knew grew up in church. I would be so surprised, like, why y'all going out to have fun on Sunday? No. And it wasn't until like COVID really where I got used to like, okay, God still loves me. Things still go okay, even if I don't attend church today. And so while I do go to church pretty consistently on Sundays, I no longer feel like I can only go to church and do nothing else on Sundays. So last Sunday, I did go to church. I can't remember whatever else I did. I think I just relaxed, which is not something I typically get to do because my weekends are typically jam packed full of events and hangouts and birthdays and all sorts of things. But I think that we should embrace the weekend. Do whatever you want. That's genuinely why I love weekends. I also really, really love PTO. I could never work a job where I'm getting 5 days for the year. That first of all is absurd. I don't care how much money that job is paying. If I can't take off, I don't want to work there. I will not work there. One of my colleagues is taking off, and I made a Facebook post about this. That's just how excited I am. I made a Facebook post about it yesterday, and I'm talking about it on the podcast today because I'm so excited that my colleague is taking a week of PTO. One, because he is one of the hardest working people that I know and really puts all of his effort and love into the work that we do. And we have a really hard job. And so I admire that so much about him. But I also know that with that comes burnout. With that comes where you start to maybe resent your job and the work that you do because you're tired. So I don't understand this philosophy that, going to work and being there all the time, you get a prize. Like I'm not a fan of perfect attendance. I'm just not. I don't think that it's something that we should strive for. Quite frankly, I don't feel like perfect attendance is something that we should strive for. I think that you should have good attendance. I don't think that you should no call, no show. I don't think that you should abuse PTO. I don't think that you should take off every Friday that you get paid. I don't think that. But what I do believe is you should take off, rest, reset yourself, or do whatever it is that you want. I don't think that your PTO day should only be when you're sick or when you have to take care of some personal business or when you have to go to court or when you have a death in the family or something like that. I don't believe that that should be the only time that you should take off work. I think that if you need a day where you just sleep in, you should take off work for that. obviously you're tired if all you want to do with your day is sleep. So I think that we should not abuse PTO, but we 100% should use it, because guess what? If something were to happen to you and we lose you and you go home to be with them, they're going to replace your ass. They're going to have someone else do that work. And whatever you left there, whatever emails you left unanswered, whatever loops you left unclosed, whatever you didn't do is now somebody else's problem. So why not use your time and enjoy your life? One of the last things that my dad said to me, and it was maybe around this time in 2020, not specifically like today, but around this time, it was his last few weeks living. I was leaving out of the house, and I don't remember where I was going, but I think I was going out of town or taking a road trip, something. And I just remember my dad looking at me and being like, good, enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. And those words stuck with me. It was a very, very simple phrase, but he knew that he was leaving up out of here. And one thing that I know about Sidney Cohen, he enjoyed his life. He traveled, he took us places, he had experiences and things with us. He bought what he wanted to buy, he drove what he wanted to drive, he ate what he wanted to eat. He enjoyed his life. And while he was a very hard worker and would work overtime and do the things, my dad still took off work. Now, he didn't take off work like I take off work. He took off work for vacation, like to actually go out of town. If it's Tuesday and I'm not feeling it, I'm taking off work. Simple as that. But that's something that he instilled in me and my brothers. And I would like to say, like many of my other family members, like, enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. We work really hard to get these, high earning jobs and put all of our effort and time into it. And, we're showing up. And don't be Black. Don't be a Black woman on top of that. Something about that makes us feel like we can't take off work. And that's just absurd. It's just crazy to me. And it's never going to be me. So if there's any future jobs that run across this film, please know that when I leave any job, my PTO bank will be at zero. Hell, it may be at negative something. I may owe the company some money. If I can take maternity leave, I will. If anybody want to leave up out of here, very good, because I got some bereavement that I need to use and that I'm going to use, because I'm not leaving anything behind. Sick days, tickling my throat, got to take off. PTO, vacation, PTO to sit at home. I got to take off. I don't know about y'all, but I got to do it. All right? So take heed to that word. All right? We are going to move into the next segment, which I'm very excited about. It's called Love Bites. Now, I'm going to sing this one. Love Bites. And there's no one in the chat. I'm just on here freestyling. Okay. So Love Bites is exciting today. This segment I was looking forward to doing this segment today because your girl is back outside. And I hate to say too much about it, because every time I get to bragging on these niggas, they disappoint me. So I'm not gonna say too much, but I've been outside this week alone. I've gone on 2 dates with 2 different guys, and both dates were really, really nice. So the first date, I went on Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. I went and had tacos and margaritas with a guy that I had met at a hookah lounge a couple weeks ago. And we've been talking, like communicating. I like his vibe. He likes mine. Very, very chill. So he had said something maybe last week, like, well, when am I going to see you? And I've really been working on not carrying the interactions, right? I know that I have a very strong personality. And when I want something, I go after it. And so I'm the one that usually suggests, like, oh, we should hang out. We should go do this. We should go do that. But I'm really trying to like lean out of that and allow men who want to hang out with me to show that. Like, if you really want to hang out with me, if you really want to kick it with me, then you're going to plan something, period. So he reached out and was like, oh, when are we going to see each other? And I was like, well, you told me that you would, let me know when you want to hang out again. So let me know when you want to hang out again. And he's like, oh, okay, bet. What are you doing this day or that day? What time are you available, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm like, I can do Tuesday. So this was maybe on last week, maybe Wednesday, let's just say. And so he's like, okay, bet. Like, let's do 6:00 on Tuesday. So I'm like, okay, where are we going? And he's like, oh, in the next couple of days, I'll let you know. I don't know how I really felt about that in the moment, because I'm like, I don't, what if it's somewhere that I don't like? What if it's something that I don't want to do? What if it's somewhere where I don't want to go? And I think that's when my dating anxiety, is what I like to call it, started to kick in, because now I'm like, okay, he kind of got a plan, but he don't have a full plan. Like, is this a red flag? I don't know. But I didn't say anything. I was just like, okay, like I'm trying to be chill. Like, I'm trying to allow him to lead. So Monday rolls around, and he still hasn't said anything. And so I'm in my mind, and this is the part of me that rears its ugly head in situations like this. The thought that came across my mind was, oh, he ain't about to come through. He's about to cancel. I'm not even about to worry about it. And me, in defense mode, I'm like, let me just make some other plans. Like, I'll find something else to do during that time, and it'll be no harm, no foul. So Monday, he texts, he's like, are we still on for tomorrow? And I was like, yep, we are. I just need to know where we're going. And so he sends me an address, and I look it up, and it's a Mexican restaurant that's not far from my house. And I'm like, okay, all right, we got something going. We got something going. And so Tuesday rolls around, and there's all of this, all these stories on the news about how bad the weather is going to be. Hey, D, how bad the weather is going to be, and we're going to have golf ball size hail and all of this other stuff. And I'm like, the devil be busy, because as soon as I get a date with someone who I actually want to go out with, here come the devil playing and gonna make it hail so bad that I'm not gonna have my new car out there. So it's just always motherfucking something. So Tuesday rolls around, we text, but we weren't like texting all day or like in communication all day. So I'm trying to keep my anxiety down. Like, bitch, it's either going to happen or it's not. Like, don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. You don't really know this nigga. So if he cancel, it's not that big of a deal. These are all of like the talks that I'm having with myself. So it gets closer to the date. I'm actually driving to the restaurant. I get a text from him. And before I even open it, I'm like, I knew it. I knew I was going to get dressed. I was going to get ready, and this nigga was going to cancel. I knew it. So I opened the text, and he's like, I'm on my way. And I'm like, oh. Okay. Like, okay, this is actually happening. But it took so much effort and energy for me to just calm the fuck down. Hey, everybody. Hey, Devin. Hey, Dre. It took all of this energy for me to just calm the fuck down and be like, just go on a date and enjoy yourself. Like, I have so much anxiety because I've been disappointed so many times that I just believed that this date was not going to happen. So anyway, we get there, we have a good time, child. The tornado sirens start going, but I'm having me a spicy margarita, and I wasn't about to not drink it. So I just carried on, drank my spicy margarita, and we had a really good time. We had a lot of great conversation. My sinuses also started to act up during the date, so at one point I couldn't breathe at all. But I played it off. You know, I kept it chill, played it off. But we ended up having a really, really good time, and I'm actually excited to hang out with him again. So shout out to Tuesday. That's what we're gonna call him. His name is Tuesday because we went on our date on Tuesday. So then your girl has been feeling herself lately. I'm down some pounds. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. So I just been shooting my shot like 40 going north. Anything walking, I may flirt with. Anything talking, I may flirt with. Like it don't matter. I'm out here. I'm trying to see, you know, I'm trying to strike while the iron is hot, I guess. I'm trying to throw it and see if it'll stick. You feel me? So one of my friends who is actually a fan of the show, her name is Silk. Silk had reached out. She was texting myself and another friend of ours, Dana, and was saying she had went on Threads and posted that she needed $100, and a man sent her $100 straight like that on Threads. And I'm like, damn, like, okay, so it's Threads. Where is that? Let me see what Threads got going on. And I wasn't going in there for that specific reason, but I don't really use y'all was in a date in that bad weather. I was up there Tuesday. Oh, Devin, you should have told me you were here. Oh my goodness, I would have loved to meet you. But anyway, so I go over to the Threads, child, and I'm like, let me just see what's going on in here. Like my Instagram posts automatically post to Threads, but I don't. Threads confuses me. It's too many. It's too much going on. I like Twitter. Is why I never had Twitter because I can't keep up with all of that. But I'm like, I'm just gonna see what's popping. So I made a post like Black male educators. Where are you? Like let's connect. And all of these men started to like post what they do and where they work and all of that really, really beautifully. And so I just kind of got sucked into that thread and my attention was there. But then there was a thread of an Italian restaurant that's near my house that came up. And so I posted on Threads. I was like, who wants to go here with me? Now, mind you, I have followers on Threads. I don't know any of these people. There may be a few friends that I know that follow me on Threads, but I don't know these people and I don't follow a lot of people on Threads. So this guy messaged and was like, let's go. And so I'm like, all right now, because I'm low-key serious. And he was like, Friday? I'm like, okay. He like 6 o'clock. I'm like, okay, Friday at 6 o'clock. So I go to his DMs because I'm like, let me see if this nigga is for real. Like, is he bullshitting me on Threads or is he for real? Like, are we actually about to go out on Friday at 6 o'clock to this very nice Italian restaurant? So I inbox him and we strike up a conversation. Next thing you know, we exchanging numbers. Next thing you know, we done talked all week. Next thing you know, we done FaceTime. Next thing you know, Friday was yesterday at 6 o'clock. Well, I got there at 6:15, child, was late. We went out to dinner at this Italian restaurant and the food was good. The conversation is good. This gentleman, it's I don't want to say too much because I don't want to jinx it, but it's amazing to me how, first of all, we met in a very non-traditional way, but we have so much in common. It's crazy. And I know that the algorithm does its thing, but the algorithm don't really know me because I don't be on Threads, right? So the algorithm don't know too much about me, but how this man came and saw and we went out last night was just amazing to me. I also had those same anxieties, those same fears, like, oh, he probably gonna cancel. This is so random. He doesn't know me. The time that we were supposed to FaceTime, we kept like missing each other's call, or I was busy, or he was busy, or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I hope he ain't no catfish. You know, just like all of these things coming up in my mind. But we went out yesterday and it was a really good time. So much so I was like, what you doing after this? Like, oh, I didn't say that because I didn't want to, do too much. But I definitely want to see more of him. And I also want to see more of Tuesday. So we're going to call this guy Friday from now on. So yeah, your girl went on 2 dates this week. Love definitely bites, but the niggas was biting this week. And I was biting back. I was biting back this week. The other weird thing is I don't like fully disclose to people that I've had weight loss surgery when it comes to dating. Like, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. If you go on my social medias, all of the information is there. I don't have to explicitly tell you. And so, of course, when I go out, like eating and drinking, after like 2-3 bites, maybe like 4 now, if I haven't eaten in a while, I'm done. Like I can't eat anymore. If I try to eat, get the fuck out of here. Is it still recording, y'all? Because I just got a message that said my recording stopped because I don't have no storage. Okay. I hope it's probably not recording, but hopefully I'm still live. Can y'all let me know in the comments if I'm still live? This is so ghetto. Let me know in the comments if I'm still live. Hopefully I'm still live. I'm gonna keep talking. Let me check my YouTube real quick. Oh, yes, I'm still live. Okay, perfect. So that was my week. Where was I? Oh. Yeah, I don't explicitly tell people that I've had weight loss surgery. Friday knew that I had weight loss surgery. Thank you, Devin. Friday knew that I had weight loss surgery because he like explicitly told me like I'm a very visual person, so I definitely go all the way back through people's pictures and look and see. And I was like, okay, thinking to myself because I did the same thing. Like I'm definitely gonna go and look and see who I'm meeting. And so I often wonder, like, should I tell people? Should I wait until it comes up? Like, how do I go about that? Is it anybody's business? Right. And I've had people tell me, like, that ain't nobody's business. Like, you don't need to tell them. But it's also not something that I'm ashamed about. But I also don't think I need to lead with that. Right. Like, maybe I can just tell people, but I don't necessarily need to lead with, yeah, I wasn't able, so I got on that table. Like maybe I don't need to go about it that way, but I'm not opposed to like telling people if they ask. I just definitely don't lead with it when it comes to like dating, etc. So yeah, that's that. All right, let's move on. I told you I have to sing all of my intros now because I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to get my podcast episodes edited. So let's move on to the next segment, which holds the title of today's episode, which is Girls Gone Prude. But this segment is called Bald Headed Ho Shit. Bald Headed Oh Shit. Bald Headed Oh Shit. Bald Headed Oh Shit. Bald Headed Ho Shit. All right. So I have been, like I said, living my best life, being a hot mama, being fast, whatever you want to call it. And I hung out last Sunday with a guy that I had met. Well, yeah, I met him maybe like 15 years ago. We know each other from Greek life. And like 15 years ago, we had messed around. Okay. So I think I mentioned last week that he had reached out to me and, we had planned to link up. It didn't happen until this past Sunday. So a week ago tomorrow. And so went over to his house to hang out with him. We both knew why I was there. It was no secret to either one of us. And during our conversation, he made a comment and was like, "You haven't turned into a prude, have you?" Because some of the things that he was saying was like super sexual. And I was just like, I wasn't turned off, but I was very much like, this, like, you coming straight out the gate with it. Like, I didn't know that this was where we were going. I thought, we haven't seen each other. It hasn't been 15 years. It's been a while because we see each other in passing. But this is the most that we've like spent time together or hung out since our first encounter. So I was like, you don't want no life update. Like, you don't want to know what's been going on. And there was some conversation of that. But there was a lot of like, you keep talking like that, you gonna get this dick. Oh, you you look good. Like, I wasn't expecting you to look this good. You might get fucked. And I'm just like, all I said was I work for the schools now. That's literally all I said. All I said was that I've gotten a promotion, and you like, yeah, I'm gonna promote you to this dick. Like, sir, okay. And so he made the comment like, have you, like, you haven't turned into a prude, have you? Now, if you know me, you know that there is nothing prudish about me. But I think what I'm starting to notice is the older that I get, while I'm still the same freak that I was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, the way that I go about it is different, right? Like, I'm not pulling up and parking my car in front of your car and getting in your car with you and having sex. Like, I'm not doing that anymore. Those days are long, long gone. I don't think that that necessarily makes me a prude, but I think that the older that we get, things are just different. Like, I knew we were gonna fuck when I told you I was on my way. Like, when we planned to get together on Sunday, and I knew we weren't going to have dinner after church. I knew that. Like, I wasn't, I'm not crazy, but also like, I thought I would be able to come in and sit my bag down. Like, you know, you don't give me a tour of your place. Like, what's tea? And so my question is, it made me think, like, I am 38 years old now. Am I turning into a prude? Or do I just have higher expectations for the people that I fuck with? Now, do I feel like, you know, am I a one night stand shamer? No. By all means, girl, get you some. Get it. If that's what you want, get it. I don't know. Today's Saturday. It might be me tonight. I don't know. But I think that the way that I go about it is totally different. And so it started making me think, like, do other women have these thoughts? Are other women being perceived as prudes because we not popping pussy before the damn Ring doorbell picks us up clearly? Right? Like, because we not coming in the door sucking dick, like, are we suddenly these prudes? Like, it when he made that comment, I wasn't offended, but I was very much caught off guard. Like, damn, like, a prude? I've never ever been called a prude. Like, never. And I don't think that he was calling me that, but his question was like, damn, like, suddenly you're becoming a prude. And I'm like, I can show you how much that I'm not a prude. But I also don't feel like I needed to come into the door like trying to prove that when we both knew what it was. I think that two mature, consenting adults, what's understood don't need to necessarily be explained. So we already know the vibes. We already know what we're getting into. I don't necessarily have to come out the gate and say that. And if you want me to talk a little bit more freaky to you, then make me comfortable enough to do that. Like, I don't have no problems doing none of that. But you also have to make me feel comfortable. You also have to create and set the stage to make me feel like this is something that I want to do. And I think that that's what a lot of men lack. Once they know that you're down to fuck, They feel like they don't have to do nothing to impress you. They feel like they don't have to do nothing to make you comfortable. They feel like, okay, you know what you want to do, come in here and do it. And it's like, I'm still a woman. Like, I still want to be treated nicely. I still want to be spoken to nicely. I still want to be made to feel comfortable. Like, set the scene a little bit. This is not like your college dorm where we got to hurry up and fuck and suck before your roommate comes back from class. This ain't that. This is not like, we going downstairs in your mama's basement and she upstairs having Bible study and we got to hurry up before they do their closing prayer, before they do the benediction. This isn't that. Like, I'm in your house willingly, beautiful home. I'm in your house, like, make me feel comfortable enough. Also, I haven't seen you, right? I've seen you in passing. We've exchanged, greetings in passing, but this is the first time that we've like sat down and had a conversation in a number of years. And quite frankly, the first time we didn't even sit down and have no conversation. It was like, what's up? Oh, what's up? Oh, come over here. I'm on my way. And it was what it was. So actually, this is the most conversation that we've had in all of the time that we've known each other. And because I'm not like, ready to take off my top, you all of a sudden think like, oh, I hope you're not being a prude. And I think that it's women, girls, ladies, most of the time that get this prude label. When quite frankly, there's men out here who I've been my very authentic, freaky self, and they have been like, oh my God, Rhonda, like, whoa. And I'm like, damn, like this is me when I'm, feeling you. This is me when I'm down the clown. And I've had guys who have been incredibly prudish. Incredibly prudish. There was a conversation that came up with this guy about like threesomes and stuff like that. And, that's potentially what he's into and all of that. And he was asking me like, well, how do you feel about that? And I'm like, well, I don't like girls, so I'm not interested in engaging with women like that. And he was like, oh, okay. Well, that's like, that's something that I, have gotten into recently and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, like, by all means, tell me everything that you need to tell me. It doesn't change how I feel, but okay, it's good to know. And so I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to share that with me, or if he was just trying to see like how far I would go or whatever. And I don't know if that made him think like, oh, I've suddenly turned prude, but I'm like, nah, that's just not my thing. No shade to anybody who does. By all means, get what you're gonna get. But that's just not me. And so it's funny to me how there are men who are what I would consider prudish, but I wouldn't ever ask him like, so you're not a freak no more? Suddenly you're not a freak? Like, I don't think that I would say that. I feel like personally it's my job to, it's in you. It's in you. And I feel like it's my job to bring it out of you. And I think that men should go about it the same way. Like, if you're trying to see how big and bad of a freak I am, bring it out of me. Do something to bring it out of me. Show up in a way that's going to bring it out of me. And me coming to your house and the first thing out your mouth is something sexual is not going to bring it out of me. But if you got the scene set, you didn't pour me a half a glass of wine, child. You didn't, set the scene. It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. So, said all that to say, I don't think that the girls have gone prude at all. I don't think the girls my age have gone prude at all. As a matter of fact, I think we're more freaky than we were years ago because, as you know, the older a woman gets, the higher her sex drive. The older a man gets, the more his sex drive slows down. So the girlies in my age group is down to fuck. Down to clown, like we're down to get hit and to be hitting. But I think that the way that you go about it and how much you invest in it is how much you're going to get out of it. I also don't think you should ever ask a woman like, "Oh, you didn't turn prude." Like maybe she just don't like you. Maybe she just not feeling you. Maybe you need to do a little more or go an extra mile or maybe do some words of affirmation or something to get that out of her instead of just assuming like, oh, all of a sudden she's turned prude. Like, no, I'm not gonna stand on my head and shake my ass for you in the middle of the club. No, I'm not gonna fuck you in the club back. Well, no, the club bathrooms be nasty, but somewhere else. No, that may not be the first thing that I'm going to do, but once a freak, always a freak, baby. Ain't shit changed. Ain't shit changed but the age, the number of candles on my birthday cake. That's the only thing that has changed. Your girl has not gone prude. Okay? All right, y'all. That is all I have. I don't have no more. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Rhonda on the Rocks podcast. Thank you to those who jumped in the chat with me today. I know Saturdays is sometimes hard to get everybody in there and get people going, but you came, you saw, you showed up. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, all of the things to the Rhonda on the Rocks podcast. I'm trying to do some things with my podcast. I'm trying to push my podcast and put it in front of people. But what people want to see is those analytics. That's what they want to see. They want to see how many people are watching, how many people are streaming, how many people are downloading, how many people are engaging with my content. So if you love me, because I love you, I'd appreciate if you would like, follow, subscribe, and share. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all have a good rest of your day. I'll see you later. Bye.